Hello, live chatters. It is Douglas Block. It is the 26th of July in the year of our Lord 2020. Hello, folks. Well, looks like some of the usual suspects are here. Stephanie, Jem, Robert, Bandits. Haven't heard of you yet. Legendary Babu, Samuel. Legendary Babu, you love from India. Hey, love from India too. Never been there. Jason and Carlos, Christy. Legendary, it's night there. It should be, yeah. It's probably, what, midnight? Well, a couple of big announcements. First of all, today and tomorrow in Portland, Oregon, we may hit the century mark. 100 degrees. It's already, well, I'll have to take out my iPhone. My watch is being charged. So what do we say right here? The temperature is 82. It's only noon. All right. Hello from Central Florida. Probably hot there last also. Been feeling good. Feeling well. Don't say feeling good. Anyway, guess what? I'm finally going to get to go to Hawaii. As a matter of fact, I already might be there. So what is that joke about? Why am I telling you that I'm about to get to Hawaii, even though I've never been there, and I'm here in Portland, Oregon? How can I be at two places at once if I'm not anywhere at all? Said the Firesign Theater. How am I going to Hawaii? Someone tells me. Hit that like button, yes. Anyway, also today, two famous people were born. Carl Jung, the founder of analytic psychology. I studied him all the time in college. And Aldous Huxley from Great Britain, the grandson of Thomas Huxley. So two things. One, who is Thomas Huxley? This is for you UKers. And two, what is Aldous Huxley known for? Okay, you people in the Great Britain, UK, whatever. Well, thank you for popping in, Anthony. How can I get higher serotonin levels natural? Well, the biggest producer of serotonin in your body is your gut. I have a video called If You Want a Happy Brain, Create a Healthy Gut. So eat more probiotics, eat prebiotics, and also, go to your doctor if you need some medication. What's the longest time I went without feeling joy? About 15 nanoseconds. That's not true. KIC Belly, you can't answer this question. You're not British. My depressive episodes have been about 9 to 12 months, so a year. Brave New World, yep. All right, Doors of Perception, yes, good for you, Dhruv Gautam. Antic, how you are a Huxley fan. Now, Doors of Perception, yes. But why am I going to Hawaii? That's the other one I want to know. And by the way, another great Brit. I think Britain is the height of civilization. 95 in Michigan, Jeff. It's going to hit 100 in Portland. Okay, so Writer's Almanac. So let me read you something. The two great dystopian novels written by the Brits, Brave New World, Huxley, 1935, 1984, Orwell, 1948. Healthy Gut is correct. Changed my way of thinking. Of course it's important to read. So here's what we have to say. You guys from Great Britain, tell me what you think of this. What Orwell feared were those who would ban books. What Huxley feared was that there would be no reason to read a book. No reason to ban a book, for there would be no one who wanted to read a book. Orwell feared those who would deprive us of information. Huxley feared those who would give us so much information that we'd be passively reduced to nothing. Orwell feared that the truth would be concealed from us. Huxley feared the truth would be drowned in a sea of irrelevance. Orwell feared we would become a captive culture. Huxley feared we would become a trivial culture. In short, Orwell feared that what we fear will ruin us, and Huxley feared that what we desire will ruin us. Got it. I'm glad I'm not narrating my own book. Anyway, I think Huxley's vision of dystopia is more correct. We are distracting ourselves to death, but with Donald Trump calling in the military police, federal police, coming here to Portland, maybe we are closer to 1984. I don't know. Robert Jenkins with his weekly $20 donation. And once again, he is getting it through and managing his OCD. Remember, you cannot cure depression. You cannot cure anxiety. You cannot cure OCD. You cannot cure bipolar disorder, but you can manage it. Matter of fact, I'm going to say the magic 6-letter word, and here it is. Ready, guys? MANAGEMOUSE. Okay, manage. Wow, look at these people speaking French. I'm so impressed. It's so scary what's going on in the world. Well, you know what, Leah, I love your name. I love your name. I love your name. Leah Benetti. Anyway, yes, all of the upset in Portland is taking place within about 4 blocks of the Justice Center downtown, which I haven't been downtown in a long time. So we here in the neighborhoods, we're okay, but we still don't like, unwanted police, not even police, I don't know, whatever they are coming to our town. And Jason Clulo says, there's always hope. Yes, there always is. Thank you for your £5 donation. I so appreciate it. Okay, but still, no one has answered my question. How could I be in Hawaii when I'm here in Portland? What do you think about David Foster Wallace? I think he's the greatest. Oh, he read a story called The Depressed Person. He died by suicide, and he has an amazing. If anybody wants to send me an email address, I will send you. Go look up David Foster Wallace Kenyon commencement speech. You will hear 20 minutes of the most brilliant stuff I've ever listened to. So I want you to go ahead, and I want you to Google this. Foster Wallace Kenyon. Just put Kenyon College. That's all you need to do. And has anyone ever heard his convention speech? It's called "This Is Water." It was actually published in a hardcover book. Basically, he says that the whole purpose of life is to get outside our own egoic framework and understand that we're not the centers of the universe, which is what every spiritual teaching teaches. All right. Yes. So what do you think, Tornicky? Tornik, you've read his biography. Tell me. I'm so fascinated by this person. There's actually a TV series called Brave New World. They always should have made it into a movie. I don't know why. Or 1984. Hey, Roller Girl. Nice to see you. I love that name. All right. J. Argonauts. One for afternoon walk. Anxiety get the better of me. You turn away when I get caught out of people. Well, you're doing the best you can. Looking for some other. Can you explain how dopamine receptors work? Well, they work. They basically are receptive to a chemical, neurotransmitter called dopamine, which produces pleasure in the brain. The way they can get damaged is if you stimulate them too much, like through drugs like methamphetamine or cocaine. Then they burn out. So we should all be, get high on healthy pleasures, walking, being with the ones we love, writing. There's so many ways to feel good without resorting to quote unquote artificial means. On the other hand, I understand. I did my share of psilocybin, and sometimes when you're so depressed nothing helps, you'll turn to drugs and alcohol, or to stimulants. However, unfortunately, it's a dead end, as we all know. But I understand why people do that. All right, David Foster Wallace, Kenyon College. Yes, get that speech. What's Hawaiian, I think? Okay, so look, you guys don't live on the West Coast. That's the problem. Luvox is supposed to be for OCD, maybe anxiety, which is a form of OCD. Okay, so there's a tropical storm approaching Hawaii as we speak. And you know what that tropical storm is? Yeah, I don't know who Tracy Marks is, but I'll look her up. Okay, the storm is, it's a tropical storm. We all know what that is, right? Probably you guys in Great Britain don't, or the UK. And the name of this storm, it is called, here we go, and that's, you guys don't live on the West Coast, I'm sorry. You should call your friends in Hawaii. The tropical storm is called Hurricane Douglas. That's what it is. I'm approaching Hawaii right now. Matter of fact, someone look up and see if I've landed in Hawaii. Do I have any experience working with treating existential depression? Of course. I've suffered from it my whole life. You work for Disney? Is it actually open? How are they dealing with Disney World with social distancing? Yes, Tracy Marks. Panic attack, yes. Also, I haven't also read a lot of him. Please check out his story, The Depressed Person. Yeah, thank you, Drew. You check out This Is Water. Yes, anxiety does make you depressed, Bandits Mina. Hupu, yeah, I've heard of it. It's a meditation from Hawaii. Bilocating, thank you. That's from Bolivia. It's the tribes of Bolivia, what that flag is. Didn't read Ramdas, read I'm not quite sure what that is, Betsy, but I've read both of them. I've met Ram Dass. All right. If you're in Hawaii while being in Portland, maybe you're beside yourself. Very good. Okay, so now you guys know about Hurricane Douglas. I wish I knew how to pronounce your name, Tornicky, but Tornicky or Tornik has written many, 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 many beautiful comments. We've corresponded. We're pen pals. I'm looking to see other comments. David Foster Wallace is amazing. Thank you, Jason. Well, we could use some more donations. I don't know why my YouTube videos have been dropping, but there's been some unwanted videos that have been migrating to my platform, and I have to call. Google doesn't have customer service. I think I'll call Apple. Well, medication for anxiety, there's lots of choices, or you can just do some square breathing. I'm isolated alone during this pandemic. Well, you're supposed to be, but hopefully you have people you can reach out to, visit or at least on social media. 30 minutes of exercise, you're absolutely right, Jason. Good. You've been meditating on appreciation of others. Good work, James. Hi again from India. Oh my God. Yeah. Florida is horrible. Humidity and heat. Beware of kratom. It is illegal in Oregon, I know, and it can be way addictive. Well, some people have basically said that. So, one of the great things about this summer is, by the way, Buspar is non-addictive. It's not a benzodiazepine. So that's why people take it for anxiety. I started a garden in 1995, a quarter century ago. It was flourishing for years. Then I let it go to seed. Sounds like a joke. But then this wonderful gardener named Victor Castro came and gave me new soil. And my zucchini is finally blossoming. And guess what? You remember Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Remember? What do we have? The baby bear, the mama bear, and the papa bear right here. This thing was actually this big. I steamed some in my, it was about that big. Look at these zucchinis. See, you could even hit yourself in the head. You won't get hurt. I used to hit myself in the head all the time, but look, it's soft. But anyway, it's wonderful to grow food in your garden. So, Leah lives in the villages, wherever that is, but they're going to exchange email addresses. All right, so anybody have a garden besides me? Can antidepressants cause personality change? I don't think so. Your personality is pretty stable. They can certainly, they certainly can produce behavior change. What do you think of ECT treatment when meds don't work? Well, my mother had it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I had it once. A number of my group members had it. I think it can be very effective when nothing else works. There's a lot of controversy about it. People say you're electrocuting the brain. You're damn right you're electrocuting the brain. You're inducing a grand mal seizure right here, which somehow rearranges the brain chemical soup. No one knows why it works, but they've been using it since 1930s. That's 80 years plus. So yes, go see your doctor. If he says it would be helpful, I would take it seriously. Tornicky. I guess I pronounced it right. And tell me what nationality that is. I think you said you lived in Georgia. I mean, Georgia and Asia. All right, the Karen fire. Okay, I'm reading your YouTubes. And nice zucchinis. Yes, I have a vegetable garden. Where do you live, Richard, sorry. We have in the Willamette Valley in Oregon a temperate climate. You can grow things all year long here. It's like the cradle of civilization. How am I doing, Mr. Block? I'm feeling good. Every day in every way I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way I'm getting better and better. Isn't that a wonderful affirmation? Tracy Marks is a psychiatrist. I will check her out. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and do a screenshot right there. Yeah, mindfulness practices, Andrea, absolutely. But I'm really worried about my plants today. 100 degrees, my lettuce, oh my God. turns out to be some lingering religious trauma from the cult I grew up in. Yeah, identifying the roots and working them out has helped a lot. Absolutely. Therapy is the answer, my friend, especially if you've had trauma in your past. Yeah, you have to process this. What you can't feel, you can't heal. Yeah, you can email me, Susie. I get too many emails, but you can also share what's going on here and get people's feedback right here on this live chat. But it is a support group. Oh yeah, I was a very little driven, high energy person with a great life. Well, maybe at some point your family will be able to see you when the pandemic dies down. Although, boy, we haven't really managed it very well in America. Well, you're so scared. Well, okay, the number one cause of fear is the fear that you won't be able to cope. So just tell yourself, whatever comes my way, I can handle it. And also, can you reach out to local mental health agencies where you live? Can you call a crisis hotline in your area? All right. I have jungle because I'm too depressed, exhausted, glutted, emotional, agony to tend to the garden, plus I watch too much YouTube. Oh, well, just turn me off, that's all. Oh, you're getting an MA in psychology? Good work. Okay, so next year, Jim, you can get back to your garden. 109 in Arizona. You suck our plants at night. Well, that's what I got to start doing. Richard Farrell says you live 20 minutes from here. You must live in Beaverton or Beaverton. Okay, we should chat on the phone sometime. Yeah, do you have friends in your new town? Okay, love the Netherlands. Anna, I love that name. It's a palindrome. Triple digit heat is the reason I can't wait for autumn. You and me, kid. Be careful of the Bilify. I got tired of dyskinesia, says Leah Benetti from it. It was only on it for 2 years. Ruined my life, even though it worked. Yeah. How are you keeping? I'm keeping cool. I'm turning on my air conditioning. Yes, you're right. Uncertainty, human beings do not like uncertainty, especially the stock market. Whatever comes along, I can handle. Or I can handle whatever comes my way. Oh, the Silent Unity, yeah, they're only open to 11 p.m., but yes, Susie Q, call this number, okay? Mm-hmm. 816-969-2000. All right, Susie Q, call that number. I'm Paul's friend from Poland, the Kiwi. Remember, I moved to Arizona for the sunshine. Oh, you are. That's right. Yes, but that's not your first name, little Eve, isn't? Aren't you? You're not Lara, are you? Lara? You live in Portland? My God, you live down the street. I'm sorry, I'm still not running my support groups. What a bummer. You could come right in. Well, Susie, you should go to a meetup group. I can tell you a lot of good resources here. Well, Susie Q, just be very, very patient. You can get back to your previous self. Susan Jones, you're a mind reader. I was going to ask. My name is Rohan. I have OCD for 4 years, and I'm a fear of gay people of India and still not get rid of OCD. Help me. Well, continue to go to your doctor. Robert takes something called Luvox. You might want to ask your doctor about that. But we don't diagnose here or recommend drugs, but Robert says it works for him. And again, people can get by with the right kind of support. I'm going to open this door. Wow. I wonder why it was so hot. Is there a way you can add hearts to comments so we can like? I don't know how to add a heart. Maybe someone here does. Okay, has anybody seen if... Okay, I'm going to check out Hurricane Douglas myself if I can find my phone. Here it is, below the zucchini. I have to know if I've made it yet to Hawaii. So just bear with me here. I'm going to type in. It's so nice that something is named after me. Hurricane Douglas popped right up. Only two hurricanes have made landfall in modern history. Hurricane Douglas could be the third. Check this out, guys. Look at that hurricane there. Pretty amazing, huh? All right. So, Washington Post. Hurricane Douglas to swipe Hawaii, producing flooding, rain damage, winds, and huge waves. Rapidly closing in. Third storm in modern history to reach Hawaii. There you have it. Impending. Okay, I'm not there yet. I hope I have a smooth landing. All right, what have people been saying? Hi, Douglas, first-time viewer from the UK. Nice. Any advice, tips for dealing with hypercritical inner voice? Yes, tell it to go take a leak. You have to talk back to your inner critic. Also, the other way to do it is just basically watch the thoughts come and go and don't respond to them. And the other thing is to distract yourself. But you have to basically, like in CBT, refute it. You're a loser. No, I'm great. I'm a fine person. You have to keep correcting it and go into therapy. That will help. Yes, you probably got that hypercritical inner voice from some parental figure. Okay. You're welcome, Susie. You know, you should send me an email. Never too late to tune into the radio channel that God speaks on, which is Deep Love for Us. Wow, nice work, Leah. All right, can we get rid of OCD? I need some help. I saw your videos. Contact Robert Jenkins. He's an expert on it. Desiderata, yeah, what a great... Oh, time for a joke. Oh my God, but I misplaced my jokes. Oh, maybe I didn't. Some of these are from you guys. From Billy Reed. I love Billy. I broke my arm in two places, like right here and here. You know what my doctor told me? Stop going to those places. That's what my doctor told me. How about this one? I went to the doctor. He said I only had 6 months to live. Wow, I couldn't pay his bill, so he said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you another 6 months. That's from the Catskills. All right, I'm ready for somebody else's joke. People can get by with the right support and help. You are so true, Lola Girl. That's what my wife, Joan, always used to tell me. Your real name is Missy. I don't remember you, but you said you knew Paul in Portland? Anyway, what do you think of my joke, Jason? My two of them. And by the way, it's 12:30 almost, and we've only gotten two donations. Come on, boys and girls, you can do better than this. I know it's hot out there, but the station takes a lot of work and energy. Lazy Eye Ranch, I'm so sorry for your loss. How's my back doing? A lot better, Susan. Thank you for asking. Self-support is so important. You're right, Madge. And I'm trying to figure out what was said by Lazy Eye Ranch that evoked that kind of sympathy, but maybe you could tell me. Stop going to those places, absolutely. Well, Lazy, I didn't know what your loss was, but whatever it is, you have my compassion. And I think Mr. Brooklyn is giving out his email address to MJ Brooklyn. Well, that's good. It's good that you guys, connect with each other in between sessions. Oh, my goat family's in mourning. Last night, the oldest one, biggest one, Peanut, died. He was the leader, sad, but how touching how the herd is reacting to losing him. They're crying and not eating. Well, who said that animals don't have souls or don't have feelings? And this is somebody, the tent, I recognize who you are. Little Eve. Thank you, Lilith Eve. Ah, Lilith was the other side of Eve. I know my mythology, Lilith Eve. That was a very clever name. Space is an interesting place. There's no atmosphere. Yeah, that reminds you of the joke. I opened up a restaurant on the moon. The food is great, but there's no atmosphere. From one of you guys. Ah, you're originally from Portland. There you have it. Well, Your wife is very wise and a gift to you this life. Well, thank you. Well, so are you. By the way, Stephanie Bacon, or I should, Stephanie, we went in town to the courthouse the other day, and I'm her official father. She adopted me. We signed the papers. So, daughter, I don't know if I should call you daughter or Stephanie. I don't know which one, but my little baby, I can remember when I cradled you in my arms. Stop it, Douglas. I always wanted to have a daughter, but I was going to name her Rachel. Anyway, thanks again. Is that Taco Platter who gave that $4.99? I recognize that icon anywhere. Oh, it's Roller Girl. Thank you, sir. You don't have to call me sir. That's ridiculous. Just call me Douglas. I don't believe on standing on ceremony. All right. Well, thank you, Roller Girl, originally from Portland, and thank you, Lilith Eve. Of course, you know, Eve was the other side of Lilith. Lilith was the other side of Eve, who wouldn't take orders from Adam and said, I'm an independent person. Can you build a campfire in the wood, or would it attract the sun? I don't understand the joke. How do you donate? Oh, who is Pandora? Oh, a mythological figure who opened up a box of all sorts of bad things. No, Portland is not a crime scene. Thank you for $20. Andrea, who are you? One of my favorite names is Andrea. I have a really good friend named Andrea Rubenstein from high school. Thank you very much, Andrea, so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so how do you donate, CCQ? Well, on the bottom, there's a dollar sign in the bottom left hand of my screen. It says Super Chat. When you click on it, you can put any amount you want, 99 cents or over. So click on the Super Chat or the S dollar sign at the bottom of your screen. The other way is you can do a PayPal. And by the way, I haven't given out my address, have I? My PayPal address, if you want to send money that way, is douglasblock@gmail.com. First and last name. If you do Super Chat, Google takes a cut, but I don't care. They're doing me a big favor by letting me have this platform. I'm depressed. Will my life improve? Yes, so, Neil. What goes down must come up. And I don't think I have my... Oh, I do have it. Here, Neil. Right here. From the ashes I rise. The principle of destruction and renewal. Winter is followed by spring. Night is followed by day. And death is followed by rebirth. You can count on it. Why? I've been through it 5 times. So hang in there, Neil. Yes, loving your thoughts. Very nice, John Gaffilian. Yeah, never easy losing a bet. Well, you know, Bruce had 8, oh my God. Yes, he was a fun guy. Okay, you're not going to believe this, you old-time chatters. Bruce, yes, depression does lie. Well, you can find others online. See if there's any meetup groups, Purple Metal 75. The Guest House. Oh yeah, that's an amazing, amazing poem. Thank you for reminding me of it. And thank you $5 for, I think that's Lilith E without even looking at it. Oh, that's Susie Q. Thank you. James Hadaway, enthusiasm, re-energies to construct, to appease consciousness, happiness, ego, one summons, but you are in charge. So, Bruce not only got 8 teeth pulled out, come on, I want some sympathy here, but he got a lion's cut. I can find him. And there he is. Oops, let me go back here to... You see Bruce? Look at him. Look, Ma, no fur. I want to show that one. Does a person lose his sanity if bipolar disorder is left untreated? Well, I don't know what you mean by losing sanity, Mayank. They can have some really bad symptoms and lose their touch with reality, but losing their sanity, that's a strong statement. I think whatever they have, once it's treated, they can get back to where they were. Ah, inner child therapy, very nice, Shirley. Yeah, don't hyper-focus on the bad news. Leah, turn off your TV. How's it hanging? It's a strange phrase to say to someone who's been suicidal. In my new book that I'm writing, I was saying, hang in there, hang in there. My editor says, I think you used a different phrase like hold on. Anyway, it's going well. James, got a number of projects. I have a new audiobook coming out. I have a podcast that started. Oh yeah, if you go to Apple Podcasts, it's just an introduction. And someone just gave £4.99. Thank you, Jay Argonauts. Is that like Jason and the Argonauts? I don't know, but thank you very much. Anyway, go to Apple Podcasts. It's not a very good introduction, but type in. Oh, yeah, no, I'm also on Spotify, right. Douglas Block. A stock I once had and then dropped. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Alpha Dog. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, so look. Well, I don't have it here, but I have a diagram called self-care activities to improve your mood. I don't know where it went. But you get a free copy if you can go to Spotify and tell me if I turn up. Let me know. Reading a great poem anthology, say yes. I realize that lifelong depressive illness made me say no. Very good. Excellent, Madge. All right, for Bruce and you, thank you, Gibbon Randy. Oh, I love that name. Thank you for your donations, all of you. Jay and Andrea. You have an identical cat, really? Oh, Lord, it's so cute, yes. Yes, well, I'm going to show you a picture of Bruce during happier times. Nope, I don't know how to do this. I don't know. Somehow from here you can get to photos, but I'm not quite sure how you do it. Well, maybe this is it. Nope. Anyway, many of you have seen Bruce. What happened to Bruce? He got all his fur shaved because he had too many mats. He also got 8 teeth pulled. And someone just donated something, and who is this? Richard Farrell, thank you so much, and you live in the Portland area. Send me an email sometime. We can go out to a crowded restaurant. That was a joke, of course. But thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. Oh, Viktor Frankl, Man Search for Meaning. As a matter of fact, John Giffilan, have you seen my latest video that was posted a week ago or 2 weeks ago called Can You Find Meaning in Your Suffering? A white Persian, you're absolutely right, little Eve. Nice work. Anyway, my video, recent video. Anybody who likes Viktor Frankl will like this video I did. Can you find meaning in your suffering? And the answer is yes. To live is to suffer. To find meaning in suffering is the key, according to Viktor Frankl. You're in the Mensa chapter? Wow, Shirley Kate, that's impressive. Oh, Leah Ryder at AOL.com. Leah, would you like to read some stuff from my new book? Can I send you something from my audiobook that just is getting recorded? I'm definitely going to go ahead and do that. I want to hear what you think of this guy who's reading. He's Australian. Noah refuses to answer my phone calls or my texts. Andrea, you liked Can You Find Meaning in Your Suffering? And you should also look at a video called Notice Moments of Grace. To live as a sufferer, to survive is to have meaning in your suffering. Exactly. Thank you very much, Nils Svatek. You must be from Scandinavia. How can you find meaning in suffering? Suffering is what opens your heart and makes you more compassionate to yourself and others. It what teaches you perseverance and all sorts of things. You can, long suffering, learning how to, hold on, faith. You're up on Spotify, Preventing Depression. David Anthony Burton, nice to hear from you. I thought it was called Depression Recovery. How do I find myself on Spotify, by the way? I don't even have the app. Maybe someone could tell me. I watched the suffering video again. Helped a lot. I always wanted to get my doctorate degree, and Joan, my wife, said, you already have a PhD. You have a PhD in suffering. I said, oh my God, you're right. Thank you. I'm going to put PhD after my name from now on. Preventing Depression Relapse. Don't I only have one show on Spotify? Leah Benetti, where do you live? Do you live in Italy with that name, or do you live here in the United States? Let me know. Okay, James French, nice to see you again. I'd like to see that sometime. He once said there were days where he wouldn't care if he dropped dead. And who is that? Who are you referring to? James French? Hard to keep track of all the things that are going on here. By the way, can somebody let me know how many people are watching? Are you from New York, MJ Brooklyn says. She might be. A lot of Italian people in New York City. You're from Connecticut, MJ, but you live in Florida. Adrenaline causes overthinking. Adrenaline causes anxiety, and to the extent that your mind is spinning around with too many thoughts, yes. Thank you. It is called Healing from Depression, right. And how many videos are up there, or how many channels have been up yet? Let go of ego, letting go of disheartening emotions, stopping new thoughts to construct a new. That's all very good, James. Darrow K. Hey, Mr. Block. Aspiring counselor here. I want to thank you for all the great videos you made. They helped me a lot recently. Are you in a master's degree program, Derek Wee? Anyway, yeah, I'm glad. 74, dropped down from 84. We need more jokes. Just some quick encouragement from the Netherlands. Absolutely love your videos and keep the jokes at the beginning. Great job. Thank you, Sejord Baker. Of course, Ann is in Oklahoma, where they had that wonderful... I love you also, Susie. And by the way, for for a free ebook that's being turned into an audiobook, why is Susie Q such an interesting name? Someone tell me, free ebook. Why is Susie Q an interesting name? I'll give you a hint. It was made famous. I always for a camera after bike ride, of course, that's the name of the game. Wow, Susan is saying that's awesome. Maybe that's because Jason goes on bike rides like me. Stephen Fry, I know what Stephen Fry was or how that came up on it. He's an amazing actor. He has bipolar disorder. Well, Susie Q, you know where you got your name from? Who knows where Susie Q, the song, yes. The song by whom? Not by who, by whom? Whom? Oh my God. Yes! Purple medal, you win the contest. And Susie, someone could sing it to me? Wish I had a friend to ride with. I know, it's so much more fun to have someone to ride with. Well, do you know anybody? And you can just go on your own for a while. You know what? Jay Argonauts, in Portland, we have so many riding groups. Butts on Bikes, at least 4 or 5. Maybe where you live, you can join a bicycling group. Yes, Susie Q. I can't imitate, who's the guy? John somebody other. Who is the lead singer of Creedence? John Fogerty. Yes, my memory is still working at 71. I can still think and remember. It's amazing. By the way, when you do as much bike riding as I do, up here, neurogenesis. Who can tell me what neurogenesis is? That's what it does. Biking causes neurogenesis. All you Latin scholars, Genesis. So in all seriousness, why is aerobic activity, especially steady state, why is this so important? Yes, of course. They not also made this song, Suzy Q. They are the authors of it. Yes, CCR, absolutely. But why is cycling so important? What happens when you cycle on a regular basis? No, there's only supposed to be two, Leah Benetti. So the Doors. I don't know who the Doors are. Oh, the greatest rock group of all time, maybe. Yeah, Suzy Q was my heroine when I was a small kid. Oh, really? Do you mean heroine or hero? Anyway, Quattro. Yes, I always wanted to have an Audi. Although European cars, you're always getting them serviced. Knock, knock, who's there? Luke, Luke who? Look through the deep people and find out. Thank you, Betsy Armstrong. That was really bad. Apologize, my name is Drake. Well, we have nothing to apologize. You're from North Carolina. I go to Luna and Rhine. I've been suffering with depression for quite a while, and you're helped me a ton during my lower points. Thank you. And where is Luna and Rhine? Is that somewhere in Europe? Keeping the pounds off? That's right, Rachel. Only one episode. We're getting a new one every week. There'll be a new one. An interview with Noah, actually, on Thursday. Anyway, so no one has told me what neurogenesis is. Well, can I tell you? Well, Creative Cell Therapy wants to know how to get 1,000 subs. Just put out a video every week. Be consistent. I force breathe, walking in the woods slowly, hugging trees. Yes, endorphins, recycling. Okay, so neuro. What does neuro mean? Nerve, right? Okay. And what does Genesis mean? Like Genesis, the first book of the Bible? Given Randy, 2020. Thank you for the live chat. You're lovely. Anyway, so Genesis means birth, right? And neuro means nerve, right? So what happens during neurogenesis is your brain burrs or creates new neurons, new nerve cells. Yes, thank you, Lilith Eve. You're good. You deserve my book. Email me. So, so when I was growing up and studying for medical school, which I never went to, we were told that you were born with a certain amount of nerve cells or neurons in your brain, and as time went down, they slowly decreased like this, like downhill, right? But now that doesn't happen. You actually can create new nerve cells, so you don't have to become, senile. And my dad used to call me Suzy Q. My name is Suzanne. He's the only one I didn't mind me calling that. Yes, that's right. Suzanne's also a beautiful name. Leonard Cohen wrote a song about you. All right, neurogenesis, one word. So your brain creates new nerve cells. Why is that so important, right? Now, I am not going to brag, because if I brag, I'm going to get Alzheimer's like my father, which I hope I don't. But I can tell you right now, any of you, anybody listening, anyone who tells you that cognitive decline is a necessary part of getting older, just tell them they don't know what they're talking about, because the brain is constantly regenerating itself. It's called neuroplasticity. Look, Frank Lloyd Wright had his best, most productive years in his 80s. That's what I'm looking forward to. And then Pablo Casal played for the Philharmonic at 95, right? And Artur Rubinstein gave a concert at 89 that I went to. I can go on and on and on all about the people who were productive in their 80s and 90s. So don't let anybody tell you you're going to go downhill. Okay? Take it from me. How's that for a little spiel? Purple Metal. Nice to see your email address. I like your name. I know you like ponds as well. Didn't know if you've heard this one before. Why did it get hot at the stadium after the football game? Because all the fans left. That's very hippocampal neurogenesis. Very nice. Yes. Hippocampus is the seat of memory. You're absolutely right. A lot of smart people on this channel. Do you know that intelligent people are the ones who get depressed? Knock, knock. Who's there? Anita. Anita who? Anita, get inside. They're getting worse. Has anyone had luck with online therapy? That's a very good question. People have come to me, but it was phone therapy. Do you know about trichotillomania. I think doesn't that mean pulling out your hair? The compulsion to pull out your hair? If I'm right, you can send me a book, okay? I'll tell you what, if I'm right, why don't you send me a pizza? I love Italian food. Frank Lloyd Wright, absolutely. Nice song by, still singing his 80s, Tony Bennett is? Wow, what a crooner. Funny joke, Derek, I missed it. There's some new information about oxytocin and Alzheimer's. Wow, you know what oxytocin is? It's the chemical that's relieved when we bond to each other. And you know, Dean Ornish wrote a book that nobody has heard of, but it was seminal and it changed my life. It's called Love and Survival. Love and, hold on. Love and Survival. You should look it up. By Dean Ornish, who's a great, great, great American doctor who showed that you could reverse heart disease through diet, exercise, and meditation. Okay, so what is Dean Ornish saying in Love and Survival? He's saying that human connection and affiliation are protective against chronic illnesses, physical, mental, or spiritual. And in fact, he says that it's the most important factor in health, more important than not doing drugs, more important than exercise, more important than diet, more important than good drugs, more important than anything is our feeling of belonging and connection, because we are pack animals. What do I think about Power of Now? It's great. I mean, I love Eckhart Tolle. I almost forgot his name. Out, but I've sworn off love relationships. What about friendship? Lazy Ranch says, I need some new brain cells. I've definitely gotten dumber with age. I blame the drugs. Yeah, well, anti-seizure meds, Topamax is a powerful drug. You're right. Well, am I right about the tricho, whatever mania was? Was I right about it's the compulsion to pull out your hair? Oh my God, it's 12:50. Video therapy, very helpful, Andrea. Who are you using? I've just played your 841 Healing from Depression podcast on Spotify, and it played perfect. Thank you. How was the introduction? It's kind of old hat, but David, I'm having a new podcast every Thursday. Will you please check it out and let me know if it's doing okay? I really appreciate it. James Hadaway, you're the best. The fog wants to discourage you. Your conscience has the power to say that life is temporary, but do not confuse anything. Do your thing and don't be ashamed. Well, that's nice. Padar Shields, haven't heard from you. Have anxiety and depression. Having has helped me to get closer to God. When you lose everything in this life, you have nothing to lose. You see the good in the next life. Okay, spirituality. Madam Roy, joke. I'm 3 sober. I lost 3 days. Okay. Face to face is better. Yes, Roller Girl. Yes, Oxycontin would prevent Alzheimer's, wouldn't it? Possibly. Online therapy, yes. Well, Diana, you haven't told me if my answer is right about trichotillomania. I haven't heard from you. James Friends, I eat terrible, like salty snacks and sweets. I wonder what does that to the brain. Inconsistent sleep patterns can't be helping either. You're right. Look, James French, go look at my video on the microbiome in the gut. Those things you're eating are not helping new bacteria in your gut being created. So yes, it indirectly does affect your brain. Hippocampal neurogenesis, I love it. It sounds like you'd call it, a song that. Okay, Derek Way, and I forgot what your real name was, but you told us. Anyway, nice of you to drop in. Nice of you to join the conversation. And Drake is your real name. See, look, the brain is still working. All these different people I'm keeping track. Pride goeth before the fall. What was my name again? One of my Mensa friends had trichotillomania. He shaved his head altogether and let his hair grow back. He hasn't started pulling his hair out. Okay, so I was right. It is that. Oh, gee, we haven't heard from you. A long-time supporter. And I'm beginning my schooling to become an SLP. It's great besides my bad habit of procrastination. Any tips for studying? What's an SLP? Well, LP must be licensed practitioner, huh? What do you call fake noodles and impasta? Very good. Any tips for studying? Yeah, you need to study consistently. Find a day every time to do it. Most people are fresh in the morning, but some people like me are night owls. We like to do the evening. And also study with someone else. It always works better. When I was on top of Max and Roan, I forgot how to drive a car. Wow, couldn't remember how to use it. Thank you, James. Where do you live? Are you from the UK? Oh, Anthony DeMillo's book Awareness, which I personally believe Eckhart Tolle's Stillness Speaks, is copied from. Well, good writers borrow, great writers steal. Who said that? For another free diagram, which I can't find, who said good writers borrow, great writers steal? I'll tell you right now, Mark Twain. And what was Mark Twain's most popular book? And I'll give you a hint, it was not Huckleberry Finn. I know a lot of stuff. You know what DB stands for? Data bank. You know, I think for some people online therapy can work. I've been doing online therapy with my therapist ever since COVID. You know, of course I had a previous, long-term connection with her. Natural Greek full-fat yoga for the gut, unless of course you're trying to lose weight, like me. I have no idea how I can completely get out since my questions are not answerable. And what are those questions, Susie? Why don't you send me an email and we can talk further. What about Picasso and Einstein? Tom Sawyer? No, that was not his best-selling book. You'll never know unless you love unless you love Mark Twain like I do. Anyway, Susie Q, email me, douglasblock@gmail.com. 5 minutes left. I need that zucchini. Can you eat zucchini raw? Anyone ever tried it? Pretty good. What is the most common element in zucchini? Innocence abroad. How did you know that, Shirley K? You are cool. Well, maybe that's because you're in Mensa. Did I ask anything about artists? Oh, well, Picasso was productive in his 80s, absolutely. James French, they had a story on 60 Minutes 2 weeks ago that said probiotic capsules, people really don't know if they work, but eating foods with probiotics in them, like kimchi, like sauerkraut, that helps. Thank you, Jay Argonauts. I'm glad it's helpful being with people. It is. Remember, love and survival. Thanks, Susie Q. Maybe we can hang out and listen to John Fogerty. Grated, oh my God, raw courgette eating. I don't know what courgette means, but it must be what a zucchini is. Dana, it's an anxiety disorder. And what are you referring to? Shirley is very, very sophisticated. She should know. She's been dealing with this for, what is the treatment? I don't know, but go see a psychiatrist. You're right. And medication? Okay. Thanks, Susan from Virginia. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I'm still chewing. You know why? I chewed the stem. What is the treatment? I don't know. It's an anxiety disorder. Probably see an anxiety doctor. See you next week, Shirley. Send me another letter one day. I believe that we are living in transformational times. I don't think it's the end. Okay, Tracy Marks. I'll remember that. Well, oh my God, it's stuck in my throat. Oh, I probably hit my word to the wise, don't ever eat the end of a zucchini. They call it courgette in the UK. That's weird. Yeah, Susie, we'd have to wait till after the COVID virus, tamps down a little bit, but we could talk to each other on the phone actually. So send me an email. Rachel, telephone therapy does work for me too, and I love the name Rachel. It was the name of my first daughter, who I never had. Wow, losing my vision, blind in some days. Our approval. That's called situational depression. Yeah, well, you know what? It's always the end times because we're always having the possibility of resurrection. There's a banana extract powder made in Queensland, Australia that's supposed to be a concentrated probiotic. Well, James, let me know. I'd like to hear it. No choking. Yeah, I agree. Cannibalism in the Cars, Mark Twain. Wow, I didn't even know if he was alive when Cars were out. You know, he was born on Halley's Comet and died in Halley's Comet, so I think he died around 1910. That's why you don't start with the steam. Yes. What? Zucchinis are not poisonous. Don't be ridiculous. I've been eating them since my mother made them for me when I was 3. Why am I so sad all the time? Will it pass, Lilith Eve? It's crushing my heart. Well, there is a reason. Something in your brain, the circuits are not functioning properly. That's what's going on. So you need to go to a doctor of the soul, which is what psychiatrist means, or psychologist, or mental health practitioner. I can tell you one thing, Lilith. There is a way out, and not to promote my own work. By the way, we should have one more donation in the next 60 seconds if possible. But Lilith, if you can go online and get this book, Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood, I talk about the pressure being a bio, social, psychological, spiritual disorder, and I have all sorts of things you can do, as well as, of course, be in therapy. But check out the book Healing from Depression. It really gives you a full way of going about it, or you can just go to my website, www.healingfromdepression.com. By the way, yes, folate, potassium, not vitamins A and C. Good work, Dave. And by the way, if you guys go to Spotify and just look at my channel or listen to it, Spotify will draw more people to it. It's like giving likes in YouTube. So go to Spotify and search for Douglas Block. You could help me launch the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. In the world you will have tribulation, yes, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Well, it's 101. That was the homeroom I was in. And this too shall pass, yes. The Cars, Twain was talking about train cars. It's a story about a guy telling a crazy story to people on a train. But the one has heard the story before. Funny stuff. All right. What supplements are helpful? Well, for depression, usually people take omega-3 fatty acids, or better yet, get it from food, because they are helpful for brain development. Also vitamin B. Also, if you're low on vitamin D, you could be suffering from depression. And also, Lilith Eve, go get your thyroid checked. But go to a good, mental health practitioner. All these things are organic reasons you might be feeling this way. Deficiencies in low thyroid, vitamin D, maybe diet. It's a complex thing. That's why you should be under the care of a doctor. In the meantime, it is getting really hot. Joan, what's the temperature right now? My watch is getting charged. So let's see what's going on. I can look at my iPhone. It's 88 degrees at 1 o'clock. My God, that only means one thing. We're hitting 100. Anyway, Neuro Optimizer. It must be some sort of a thing that some company makes. Yep. So, yeah, never a problem eating raw zucchini. Of course, I just bit the end. B12 shots, yep, that's what Joan gets. Vitamin D3, EPA fish oil. These are all good suggestions. Anyway, stay safe. We'll see you next Sunday. It'll be August 2nd. My God, where did this summer go? Meanwhile, I'm going to harvest more zucchini from my garden. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Remember, look at my newest video called How to Find Meaning in Your Suffering. Go to Spotify to see my introductory video, my website, healingfromdepression.com, and above all, stay in touch with each other. See you next week.